I don't know where the pieces went of everything we never meant to fall apart the way they did. Like love was something we once hid. The silence doesn't feel the same. It still remembers how you came. And even when I try to move, your voice comes back like something true. I swear I hear it in the air, like you're still standing somewhere there. I'm broken but still remembering your voice, like I never had a choice. It plays inside my quiet mind, across the edges of my time. No matter how I try to leave, it's the only thing I still believe. And I don't know how to let it go. Your voice is all I still know. The world moves on but I stay still, in places you don't have to feel. Like I was paused the day you left, inside a memory, half-forgotten breath. I talk to nothing just to hear the way you used to sound so near. And every word I try to say just echoes how you drifted away. No one else can hear the sound that keeps your memory around. Voices all I still know. Maybe voices never die, they just learn how to survive inside the cracks of who we are, like distant sound from falling stars. And I am still the place you stay, and everything I can't replay. I'm broken but still remembering your voice, a memory I didn't choose. It follows me through every night, a shadow made a sound and light. And even if I fall apart, it's still the language of my heart. Forever close, forever close. Your voice is what I miss the most. So I keep listening into the air, pretending you are still there. Still broken, still not free, but remembering your voice in me. Before the quiet turned too loud, before we learned to break somehow, there was a way you used to look, like love was written in a book. We didn't know the shape of loss, or what it cost, or what it cost. We just existed soft and free, not knowing what we'd cease to be. And I still chase that distant light before we turned out every night. I miss the feeling before the ending, when nothing felt like it was bending, when every word still felt so true. Before it all fell out of view, we were still whole, still undefined. Before the cracks got too our minds, and now I live inside, pretending I miss the feeling. before the ending. The way we laughed without a fear, like nothing heavy could appear. But time has a way of showing through what even love can't hold on to. I try to find that version still, but it's a ghost I never will. It lives in places I can't reach and faded echoes I can't teach. No warning signs, no final clue, just slow goodbye we never knew. I miss the feeling before the ending, when nothing felt like it was blended, when every word still felt so true. Before it all fell out of view, we were still hope, still undefined. Before the cracks got to our minds, and now I live inside pretending I miss the feeling before the ending. Before the ending. Maybe we never lost it fast, it just got small. It couldn't last until it wasn't there to hold. Your stories quietly retold, and I still search for what we were in every moment that occurs. I miss the feeling before the ending, when love was simple, never pending. Before we knew how far we'd fall, before the silence took it all. Now every memory feels like sand, slipping right through every hand, and I am still not understanding. I miss the feeling before the ending. So I stay here, soft and slow, with everything I used to know, still longing for what's not returning. The feeling before the ending. It didn't knock, it didn't ask, it slipped inside behind the mask and found a place to make its home, where I had thought I was alone. At first it came and went like rain, but somehow learned my every vein. Now even silence knows its name, and nothing here feels quite the same. I tried to leave it at the door, but it was already there before. It's the pain that learned to stay, didn't leave, didn't fade away. It doesn't scream, it doesn't fight, it just exists inside my life, a quiet weight I can't unbind, a shadow living in my mind, and I don't know how to be free from the pain that learned to stay in me. It sits with me in crowded rooms, where laughter tries to hide the gloom, and even joy feels out of reach, like something it refuses to teach. I learned to smile and not explain, the way it rewrites every vein, because it doesn't come and go, it grows into the things I know, knowing no start, no final line, just something woven into time. It's the pain that learned to stay, didn't leave, didn't fade away. It doesn't scream, it doesn't fight, feels like something I've known before. It's the pain that learned to stay, like it never planned to stray. It lives where I begin and end. A silent, permanent friend. And I keep walking through the day with something I can't push away. Forever part of what I'll be. The pain that learned to stay in me, so I carry it, no sound, like something always hanging around, and learn to live with what remains. The pain that learned to stay. You came like light I didn't ask, soft enough to break my past, like something warm I couldn't name, but felt like healing just the same. I started breathing differently, like maybe I could let things be. But happiness don't stay for long when it's built on something almost gone. And I should've known from the start how fragile almost is to the heart. You were my almost happiness again, a feeling that can never fully mend, just close enough to make me stay, just far enough to slip away. I tasted peace, then lost the taste, like something time refused to place. And now I live inside the pain of you as my almost happiness again. We laugh like nothing could go wrong, like broken things could still feel strong. But even joy has limits too, when it depends entirely on you. You didn't leave in breaking sound, you just became us all around, until I couldn't tell the line between your fading and my time. No warning sign, no final cue, just less of me, less of you. You were my almost happiness again, a feeling that can never fully mend, just close enough to make me stay, just far enough to slip away. I tasted peace, then lost the taste, like something time refused to place. And now I live inside the pain of you as my almost happiness again. Maybe happiness was never mine, just something I misread as time. A borrowed warmth I couldn't keep, that disappeared too far, too deep. And I still reach for what you were, but even memory turns to blur. You were my almost happiness again, a quiet start that couldn't end, a gentle fall I couldn't stop, a love that never fully got to be the thing it tried to be. Just stayed a little part of me, forever lost inside the strain of you was my almost happiness again. So I keep walking, not quite whole, with you still living in my soul, a feeling I can't name again. My almost happiness. held it like it couldn't fall, like time was gentle after all, like love was something safe and sure, something that would always endure. But nothing stays the way we planned, not even held in softest hands. It slipped between what we believed and left us more than we could grieve. No sudden break, no final sound, just nothing left when we turned around. Love that slipped through soft hands, like it never made its plans. Just a moment held too light, lost somewhere inside the night. We try to keep it, try to stay, but love don't always feel that way. And now I'm left to understand love that slipped through soft hands. I still remember how it felt, like something safe we could have held, but gripped too tight and not enough can still undo the strongest love. It wasn't fire, it wasn't war, just something missing at the core, a gentle loss we didn't see until it wasn't you and me. No sound of breaking, no goodbye, just empty air where we would try. Love that slipped through soft hands, like it never made its plans. Just a moment held too light, lost somewhere inside the night. We try to keep it, try to stay, but love don't always feel that way. And now I'm left to understand love that slipped through soft hands. Maybe some things are meant to hold, no matter how we try to mold. They drift away not out of hate, but just because of subtle fate. And I still feel the empty space where you once lived in every place. Love that slipped through soft hands, left behind his quiet plans. No shattered glass, no bitter end, just something time refused to mend. And I still carry what it meant, a love that never quite was spent, forever gone but still unplanned. Love that slipped through soft hands, so I keep holding nothing there, just memory and fading air of something I still don't understand. Love that slipped through soft hands. You don't call, you don't reply, but somehow you still occupy the space between my thoughts and sleep, a quiet you don't even keep. It's not your voice that lingers near, it's what you left instead of here. A heavy calm I can't ignore, that speaks in ways I've felt before. And even nothing feels too loud when I hear you in the crowd. I still hear your silence speaking in every pause and every weakening. It says the words you didn't say in softer tones that won't decay. No sound at all, but still it lands like something slipping through my hands. And I don't know what's real or true, but I still hear your silence speaking through. The rooms we shared, don't feel the same. Like they remember just your name. And every wall, every breath of air feels like it knows you used to care. I talk to spaces you once filled, where everything just went too still. And even stillness feels alive with all the things you didn't write. No words, no message, no goodbye, just echoes I can't satisfy. I still hear your silence speaking in every pause and every weekend. It says the words you didn't say in softer tones that won't decay. No sound at all, but still it lands like something slipping through my hands. And I don't know what's real or true, but I still hear your silence speaking through. Maybe silence has a voice when it becomes the only choice, and everything we couldn't fix still lives inside the quiet mix. And I am trapped in what remains of soundless love and muted pain. I still hear your silence speaking, like something gently, slowly leaking into the corners of my mind, where I can never leave behind a quiet truth I can't unhear. That you are gone, but still feel near, forever soft, forever true. I still hear your silence speaking through. So I stay still, I don't resist the language that you left like this, and learn to live inside the view of your silence speaking too. I try to sleep, but it's still there, watching me in empty air, like something learned to never fade, a light that time forgot to shade. It doesn't blink, it doesn't leave, it lives in everything I breathe. The quiet presence in the dark that never loses where I start. And I can't hide, I can't erase the way it looks me in the face. It's the memory that won't close its eyes, even when I say goodbye. It follows me in every dream, in every silence in between. No matter how I turn away, it learns the shape of every day. And I don't know how to deny the memory that won't close its eyes. Is this where you once used to be, replacing every part of me? Not loud, not cool, just always near, a constant that I never clear. I turn the lights off, still it stays, like something time can't rearrange. And every shadow feels too real when it becomes the thing I feel. No rest, no pause, no letting go, just as it only seems to know. It's the memory that won't close its eyes, even when I say goodbye. It follows me in every dream, in every silence in between. No matter how says goodbyes. He watches every version of me that I can never fully be. And even time can't break the line between a stare and what is mine. Forever there, I can't deny the memory that won't close its eyes. So I exist beneath its gaze through endless nights and waking days, still held inside what won't goodbye. The memory that won't close its eyes. You didn't leave in dark or day, just something in between the gray, when nothing ever feels complete, just broken shadows at my feet. No final words, no closing door, just less of you than there before. Like life forgot how to arrive where we were barely still alive, and I still wait for it to change. But even time feels half arranged. You left me in half-light forever, never fully, never together. Just a space that won't turn clear, where I am almost always near to something I can't call goodbye, but can't pretend it's still alive. And I don't know what I became, left in your half-light forever flame. The world still moves but I don't quite belong in either dark or light. I'm stuck between you're almost here and everything that disappears. Your memory bends through every wall, a glow that never fully falls. It lingers where I try to be, like something stuck inside of me. No dawn, no night, just in between, a never-ending faded scene. You left me in half-light forever, never fully, never together. Just a space that won't turn clear, where I am almost always near to something I can't call goodbye, but can't pretend it's still alive. And I don't know what I became, left in your half-light forever flame. Maybe some love is just a shade that never fully gets remade. Not gone, not here, just softly split between what was and what won't fit. And I still stand inside the glow of something I can't let go. You left me in half-light forever, a broken kind of almost ever, when nothing ends but nothing stays, just fading edges of our days. And I am lost inside the line between your world and what is mine, forever caught in what remains, left in your half-light forever flame. So I keep walking through the thin place where your absence still begins, still held inside a fading view. The half-light you left me in. I still hear you when it's quiet, like you never really left, just a sound that lost its meaning but refuses to forget. Every corner of the silence Feels like something you once said. Now we drift through empty spaces, living only in my head. And I reach but nothing's there, just the echo of your hair. Broken heart and fading echoes, where your voice still softly goes through the places we once stood. Like you never understood that we were over long before you walked away and closed the door. And I am lost in what remains, broken heart and fading echoes of your name. The walls still keep your vibration, like a memory that won't break. And I swear I feel you closer every time I stay awake. It's not you, but something like you in the space you used to be. A reflection made of nothing, but it still looks back at me. No goodbye, no final sound, just your presence fading around. Broken heart and fading echoes, where your voice still softly goes through the places we once stood. Like you never understood that we were over long before you walked away and closed the door. And I am lost in what remains, broken heart and fading echoes of your name. Maybe echoes never die, they just learn to say goodbye in a language only pain can remember once again. And I still answer when you call, even though it's nothing at all. Broken heart and fading echoes, where your memory still flows through the cracks of who I am. Like a ghost I can't withstand, and even time can't make it fade. The sound of love we never made, forever trapped inside these chains. Broken heart and fading echoes. So I listen through the air to a voice that isn't there, still holding on to what remains. Broken heart and fading echoes. My phone stays quiet in my hand, but still I type what I can't send, then erase it all again, like it was never meant for them. The words exist but never land, just ghosts I hold but don't command. 1,000 things I almost said, still living inside my head. And every night I start to write, but nothing makes it past goodbye. I miss you in unwritten messages, and all the words I never get to send you. They fill the space between my breaths, like I'm finished off regrets. You'll never read what I still feel, but somehow it's the only real way I still reach for what we were. I miss you in unwritten messages. The screen glows blue in empty rooms, like it remembers different hues. And every draft I leave behind is just a version of my mind. I tell myself I let it go, but even silence seems to know the things I keep from letting show, still growing in the overflow. No send button ever pressed, just feelings I can't compress. I miss you in unwritten messages, in all the words I never get to send you. They fill the space between my breaths, like unfinished soft regrets. You'll never read what I still feel, but somehow it's the only real way. I still reach for what we were. I miss you in unwritten messages. Maybe some love stays in the draft, a hidden life we never had, where every line we didn't say just quietly won't go away. And I am stuck inside that space of messages I can't erase. I miss you. So I keep typing into air like you are somehow still there, but all I have is what I guess unwritten messages. It didn't leave the way it should. Breaking sound, no final good, just less of you each passing day, until you almost drifted away. Your name still lingered in the room, but even that began to move, like everything we used to know. Forgot how far it had to go, and I didn't notice at first how quiet things could hurt. Love turned into slow disappearance, no clearing, no interference, just fading hands and distant eyes, and softer ways to say goodbyes. It didn't crash, it didn't fall, it simply wasn't there at all. And I am left to understand. Love turned into slow disappearance in my hands. We still talk, but not the same, like words forgot each other's name. And every pause between the lines was where you left a piece of mine. I tried to hold on what remained, but even memory changed its shape, until I couldn't tell it all. If you were here or gone from call, no moment I could point and say that's where you slipped away. Love turned into slow disappearance, no clearing, no interference, just fading heads and distant eyes, and softer ways to say goodbyes. It didn't crash, it didn't fall, it simply wasn't there at all. And I am left to understand. Love turned into slow disappearance in my hands. Maybe some love just fades by choice, not with a scream but losing voice, a quiet exit from the skin before we even notice when. And I still reach for what you were, but find only a slow disappearance. So I keep walking through the haze of slowly vanishing days, still holding what I don't understand. Love turned into slow disappearance in my hands. The mirror didn't know my name. It looked at me the same, the same. But something in my eyes had gone, like I was there but not for long. The air felt heavier than light, like I was fading out of sight. Not gone, not here, just in between. A version lost inside the scene. And I didn't see it start, this quiet slipping of the heart. That was the night I became my own ghost, still breathing but feeling the most like I was watching from afar, a shadow where my living parts are. No change, no death, no final sound, just someone fading underground. And I don't know who I still post. The night I became my own ghost. I walked the rooms I used to know, but nothing there would let me go. It felt like time forgot my frame, like I was just a passing name. Even my voice felt out of place, like it belonged to someone's trace. A hollow echo I couldn't hold, a story turning faint and cold. No one could see what I became, but I could feel it just the same. That was the night I became my own ghost, still breathing but feeling the most like I was watching from afar, a shadow where my living parts are. No change, no death, no final sound, just someone fading underground. And I don't know who I still post. The night I became my own ghost. Maybe ghosts aren't born from death, but from the things we never said, from all the love we couldn't keep, that lingers somewhere underneath. And I still wander through that night, half invisible, half light. That was the night I became my own ghost, when silence felt like a host, and I no longer knew the line between my shadow and my time. Now I exist but don't belong, a fading note inside a song, forever lost, forever closed. The night I became my own ghost. So I still walk where I was made, a memory that never fades, still here but never really most. The night I became my own ghost. I held it in, I held it tight, like I could keep us out of sight, like love would bend but never fall, if I just didn't feel it all. But you were closer than I knew, to every fragile part of me. And when you shifted just a little, everything came crashing through. It wasn't loud, it wasn't fast, just everything I couldn't last. You were my emotional breaking point, where everything inside disjointed. The moment I could to smile through the way, like I could still negotiate with all the cracks you left behind, inside my heart, inside my mind. But every silence felt too loud, like I was lost inside a crowd of everything I didn't say. You slowly pull me all away. No final word, no sudden fall, just you becoming after all. You were my emotional breaking point, where everything inside disjointed. The moment I could not pretend that I was ever close to men. You didn't shout, you didn't break, but still you made my whole world shake. And I don't know what I became after you were my breaking point in pain. Baby, breaking isn't noise, but losing all your inner voice. The moment something shifts for good and nothing feels the way it should. And I still feel it in my chest, the place where you did your best. You were my emotional breaking point, where all my fragile parts disjointed, quiet, and I didn't see that changed everything in me. No final scene, no tragic sound, just everything falling down. And I am still what I became after you were my breaking point. So I carry what remains of that invisible pain, still learning how to feel again after you were my breaking point. Time moves forward, but I don't, like something in me simply won't keep up with hours passing by, or learn the way to say goodbye. The days go on, but I stay there, between what was and thin air, where every second feels like you still existing like you used to. And I can't tell what's gonna real when memory becomes what I feel. I still feel you in lost time, when nothing ever feels aligned, like moments slip between my hands and left me somewhere I don't understand. The past keeps breathing in my chest, like it forgot to come to rest. And I don't know what I became, still feeling you in lost time again. I talk to days that don't respond, like you are still somehow beyond the ending that I never saw, the missing piece of what we were. Even silence sounds like you, and echoes I can't undo, like time itself refused to leave the version of you I still believe. No future pulls me far enough from all this soft and broken stuff. I still feel you in lost time, when nothing ever feels aligned, like moments slip between my hands and left me somewhere I don't understand. The past keeps breathing in my chest, like it forgot to come to rest. And I don't know what I became, still feeling you in lost time again. Maybe time doesn't erase, it just rewrites the empty space, where everything I still feel you in lost time. I look up, but you're not there. Just scattered light in empty air. So far away, it feels unreal. Like even heaven couldn't feel. The night is quiet, cold and white. Like everything we left behind. And I am small beneath it all, a fading echo in the dark. And every star I try to trace feels like a memory of your face. Broken feelings under distant stars, where we still are, but not who we are. Each light above feels out of reach, like all the things you didn't teach. How to let go, how to survive when love no longer feels alive. And I am lost in what we are. Broken feelings under distant stars. The sky remembers what we were in silent ways that still occur. Like every blink of light above is something missing from our love. I whisper things you'll never hear, to constellations disappearing. And even space feels less than kind when it reflects a broken mind. No answers fall, no signs return, just distant flames that softly burn. Broken feelings under distant stars, where we still are, but not who we are. Each light above feels out of reach, like all the things you didn't teach. How to let go, how to survive when love no longer feels alive. And I am lost in what we are. Broken feelings under distant stars. Maybe love is just like too late, arriving after it's too late. And what we see is never now, but something we already lost somehow. And I'm still reaching to the sky for versions of you passing by. Broken feelings under distant stars, still tracing where we left our scars. A universe that doesn't heal, just shows us what we used to feel. And I don't know how to repair a love that vanished in the air, forever fading near but far. Broken feelings under distant stars. So I keep looking into night, where nothing ever feels quite right. Still holding on to who we are, under broken distant stars. It doesn't speak, but still it calls, through empty rooms and fading walls. Like something learned the shape of me in ways I never meant to be. It knows the pauses in my breath, the softer edges of my depth. And every night when I'm alone, it feels more real than skin or bone. And I can't hide, I can't escape. changes, and I don't know what I became inside the silence that knows my name. I walk through life like I am whole, but something follows in my soul. A stillness wrapped around my thoughts of everything I used to want. It waits for me in every gap where broken time collapses back. And even when I try to run, it's already what I become. No door can close it out for good. It lives where I'm misunderstood. It's the silence that knows my name and never says it quite the same. It lingers where the echoes stay and learns my sadness every day. No voice, no sound, but still it claims the quiet space where nothing changes. And I don't know what I became inside the silence that knows my name. Maybe silence isn't gone, it just remembers who we are and carries every word unsaid like heavy stars inside the head. And I am held in what it knows when nothing leaves and nothing goes. It's the silence that knows my name, a quiet kind of living pain. It doesn't leave, it doesn't fade. It learns the life I never made. And even when I try to change it, it stays the same. It stays the same, forever a part of all I claim. The silence that knows my name. So I keep still, I don't resist the way it lives inside my chest. A quiet truth I can't unname. The silence that knows my name. We were close but never whole, like a story without a soul. Just outlines drawn in fading air of something that was almost there. We talk like lovers understood, but never let it feel like it should. It stayed a thought, a fragile thread, never fully born, never dead. And I still don't know where we went wrong or why we never lasted long. Love that never became real enough, too soft to hold, too weak to touch. It lived between what we would say and what we both would drift away. Not gone, not here, just in between, a half-lived, half-forgotten dream. And I am left to feel the pain of love that never became real enough to stay. We had the shape but not the core, like we were knocking on a door that never opened fully wide. No matter how we tried inside, I still replay the almost lines, the moments lost in blurred design, where everything we could have been just disappeared before it began. No ending scene, no final part, just quiet breaking of the heart that never became real enough, too soft to hold, too weak to touch. It lived between what we would say and what we both would drift away. Not gone, not here, just in between, a every promise left unfilled. It never fell, it never rose, just stayed inside what no one knows. Forever lost in what remains, a love that never became real enough. So I keep it where it ends, between what was and what pretends. Still holding on, but not enough to make it real enough to love. There are moments no one keeps, lost between the wake and sleeps. Tiny cracks in passing time, where your memory still aligns. They don't last long, they don't stay, just flicker in and slip away. But in those seconds sharp and true, I suddenly remember you. And then the world goes back to sound, but something in me slows right down. I miss you in forgotten seconds, in the time no clock remembers, when the present briefly breaks and your ghost returns away. It's not a dream, it's not quite real, just something only I can feel. And it hurts the most because it comes and goes in forgotten seconds. I walk through days like I am fine, but hidden in the edge of time are little gaps I can't control, where you still gently take my soul. It's never long enough to hold, just brief and soft and suddenly cold. And I'm back where I pretend that I have somehow reached the end. No warning when it starts to rise, just you appearing in my eyes. I miss you in forgotten seconds, in the time no clock remembers, when the present briefly breaks and your ghost returns away. It's not a dream, it's not quite real, just something only I can feel. And it hurts the most because it comes and goes in forgotten seconds. Maybe memory lives like this, not in hours we can miss, but in fragments, sharp and small, that still know how to make me fall. And I still wait between the lines for those invisible design times. I miss you in forgotten seconds, where the past still gently beckons in the spaces no one sees. You return so easily, and I am lost again because you live inside forgotten seconds of us. So I keep moving through the day while pieces of you slip away, then come back just to remind you live in forgotten seconds of time. Of time. You didn't slam the door this time, you just dissolve the finish line, like love forgot how to be seen, and turn to something in between. The light was there but not for me, just outlines of what used to be. And I was standing in the place where you erased your every trace. No final break, no sound, no sign, just slow unlearning of your time. You left me in emotional shadows again, when nothing starts and nothing ends. Just shapes of us that don't hold still, a quiet ache I always feel. No goodbye, no reason why, just fading from your side to mine. And I'm still caught in what began. You left me in emotional shadows again. I reach for what I think is you, but everything I touch goes through, like memory turned thin and cold, like something I can't quite hold. Even silence feels too loud when you're not really in the crowd. Just absence learning how to stay in softer, slower shades of gray. And I can't tell what's real or gone when you still feel like you belong. You left me in emotional shadows again, when nothing starts and nothing ends. Just shapes of us that don't hold still, a quiet ache I always feel. No goodbye, no reason why, just fading from your side to mine. And I'm still caught in what began. You left me in emotional shadows again. Maybe love doesn't disappear, it just becomes less crystal clear, a darker tone of what we were that never fully can occur. And I still stand where you once stood, half lost inside what felt like good. You left me in emotional shadows again, where even time won't let me mend. Just outlines of a breaking trust that turned to dust inside of us. And I don't know how to defend a heart that never got to end, forever lost in what began. You left me in emotional shadows again. So I stay here, not quite free, with your absence inside me, still living where you once began, in emotional shadows again. I sweep the silence off the floor, like you were never here before, but every corner still recalls the shape of love inside these walls. It's not a crash, it's not a flame, just something softer than a name, a breaking that don't make a sound, but still is everywhere around. And I can't tell what's left of me, or what you took so quietly. Broken hearts, soft reminisce in quieter and slower ways, not sharp enough to make me scream, just fragments of a fading dream. You're gone but not completely through, you live in what I lost of you. And I don't know how to defend these soft remnants that don't end. The air still knows your subtle trace, like memory memory can't be erased. It doesn't hurt the way it should. Just feels like something understood. I talk to nothing like it's you, and half believe I still hold to a version that won't fully die, but never fully says goodbye. No final break, no closing line, just everything dissolving time. Broken hearts, soft remnants stay in quieter and slower ways, not sharp enough to make me scream. Just fragments of a fading dream. You're gone but not completely through. You live in what I lost to you, and I don't know how to defend these soft remnants that don't end. Maybe heartbreak isn't loud, but something moving through the crowd. All the things we used to be, still breathing in what's left of me. And I still hold the empty space where you once learned my face. Broken heart, soft remnants stay like gentle ghosts that won't decay. Not gone, not here, just drifting near. A kind of loss that's always here, and even time can't comprehend the quiet ways that love can bend. Forever lost, but still extend these broken hearts. Fragments, so I let them stay with me. Not fully gone, not fully free, just all that love forgotten. Broken heart.